And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Xperience, which is brought to you by DerpyCon. DerpyCon, which is taking place at the Hyatt Regency, Morristown in Morristown, New Jersey, from November 17th to 19th. Come see special guests like David Yost, Walter Jones, Todd Habercorn, and so many more. For more information and to purchase tickets, visit derpycon.com today. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I have a very special guest for you. I have to you the most legendary Power Ranger of all time, Mr. Tommy Oliver himself, Jason David Frank. Jason, welcome to the Xperience.
Thank you, man. How's everything going?
I'm not going to lie, I am very nervous right now.
Yeah?
I've been sitting here going like, okay, what do I do? Don't mess this up. So,
It's okay. I've been doing quite a few interviews today, and I've had the same start. But by the end of this, we'll be best friends. So you'll be good to go on that.
All right, and right off the bat, let's jump right into it. Power Rangers, favorite stories. Obviously, we all know about how you auditioned for Power Rangers. You actually did your karate. You came into it just doing your thing. As I'm nervously asking this question, outside of some of that and the other stories you have shared about, like with you and Johnny Young Bosch on the set of the Power Rangers movie, what are some other favorite stories do you have about making the TV show and the movies?
Well, I think, my brother, he played David Trueheart on the show, and he was my real brother on Zeo. And I just remember when he came to set, it was interesting because he was my older brother, and I still listened to him and did the stupid things he asked me to do. We were filming a episode called No Business Like Snow Business up in Mammoth, and we're filming a snowboarding episode, and he was out there and I was out there, and anyway, he's like, "Hey man, let's take this little hill real quick," and I was in the middle of film, and I was like, I don't know, man, like, come on, man, real quick. So I got my snowboard on, and we took this little hill. But it just wasn't a little hill. I mean, those hills just don't stop. So we could not stop, and we were going down and down. Went all the way down to Mammoth. Now, remember, we're in the middle of filming, and they're now looking for me, like, Jason, hit your mark. And so I'm way down there with my brother somewhere. So my brother's like, "Don't worry, man. I'm sorry I got you in trouble. We'll get you back. No problem." And then we had all these different lifts that we had no clue where we're at. And I'm like, "Come on, man. Like, I follow you, and now you got to get me back." He's like, "Hey, it's not my fault. Everything looks the same." I'm like, "Dude, we're in snow. Everything does look the same." So I was away from set for about 2 hours, finally made my way back, and he didn't take the blame. But little things like that, working with my brother was definitely fun. And then just overall working on the set, being the Green Ranger with the shield, I would love just to walk around and just bump into people and kind of like poke an eye out a little here and there and be like, "Oh, sorry about that." And then I'll turn the other way and someone goes, "Watch out, dude, watch out." So that was fun. And then I became the White Ranger, and the pointy shield was gone. It was now rounded. So doing the rounded eye poke did not work as well as the Green Ranger eye poke. But we had a lot of fun. There was a lot of downtime, a lot of work. And we were professional, but at the same time we were kids. So give or take a little, we had about 60% of waiting around and about 40% of filming a day. So it was quite interesting, and it was a lot of fun on set.
Now, another series that you did was actually Dino Thunder. What was that experience like for you, being the veteran Ranger and kind of being the big brother to all those new Rangers and to Latham Games, who played Mesagog?
Yeah, I just saw Latham not too long ago. It's awesome. I'm growing I know you can't see, but I'm growing the Tommy Oliver little beard back on the bottom there. It was going back to Dino Thunder. I've always been part of the brand. You see, Power Rangers was huge, and it's never been off the air, and people don't understand that. But at one point, they thought Power Rangers was off the air, but it was turned over to Disney. And Disney didn't do as well that they should have done with the brand, so the ratings were dropping. So I got called by two friends of mine, Doug Sloan and Ann Knapp, who said, "Hey, we desperately need your help to bring the ratings back up on Power Rangers." And I was like, the ponytail was gone. I had short hair. I was around 30. I said, "I don't know, man. What's the storyline?" So they gave me the storyline, told me I was a teacher. They didn't tell me I was wearing glasses, but that was okay. It was good. I looked smart. Just going back to that cast, man, was really exciting because when I first started, Jason David Frank was just another name. But going back to Dino Thunder, it was like, oh, man, Jason David Frank, well, dude, Tommy's coming back. So these kids grew up watching Power Rangers. It was an amazing cast. Dino Thunder was definitely by far one of my favorite seasons just because I was the mentor, I was the teacher, and Black Dino Thunder Ranger was awesome. Yes, I turned invisible only because I had to go back to my school in Los Angeles, and I said, hey, how can we make this work? I'd love to work in New Zealand for 6 months, but I got to go manage my company, and so I turned invisible, so that worked out great. But it's funny, Dino Thunder now is starting to get this rev, oh, man, I grew up watching Dino Thunder. My fan base is incredible. When I do these Comic-Cons, I'm probably the only Ranger because I've been relevant the whole entire 25 years to have little kids, then have the Mighty Morphin, and then have the Zeo, then have the Turbo, then have the Dino Thunder, and then have the Super Mega Force kids, and then you got the Superpower Beatdowns, and then I did the cameo in the movie. So to stay relevant through the whole entire series, it was great for me. But I tried to pick ratings up in Dino Thunder. We definitely moved up the ratings. But, once Saban bought it back, then it just escalated again because the CEO is back. And when the CEO is back, that's the ingredient to make a successful brand. I kind of brand myself, so I'm like my own CEO, and there's a certain touch and a feel you have for your brand. You want to keep people happy. You want to, what you're selling, but at the same time, it's passionate. Haim is passionate about Power Rangers. He's worth billions of dollars. Do you think he has to be on set of a Power Ranger movie to be watching? This dude don't have to work. His whole families don't have to work. So that shows one thing, that he's still passionate about the Power Ranger brand. And it makes me passionate about it too, because no matter what, I'm at that perfect age to get that Green Ranger solo series. I'm just saying, if Saban ever wanted to do that, I'd be in it for a heartbeat. So, but it was definitely interesting going back as Dino Thunder and becoming a doctor. However I became a doctor, I was Dr. Oliver. I just so want to tell someone, is there a doctor in the house? Then try to help them and then say, you know what? I'm sorry, I only played a doctor on television. But never happened yet. Maybe one day.
Now, before we move actually to the recent movie, real quick question. Could we see a Dino Thunder reunion with you and the rest of the cast?
Man, I tell you what, I love Dino Thunder. I love Power Rangers. I've always embraced who I was. It's just one of those things where it comes down to other people. There's been offers for other people to do reunions and to come back, and people are saying no, and, the union and the non-union. For me, I'm just there for my fans. I'm happy to be there. I think it would be more of a challenge to get a lot of people together. I'm not too sure what James is doing, but from my understanding, he's I think doing directing movies, and he's kind of moved on from being an actor to a producer now. So I think it would just be hard to get everybody back. But the biggest question I have for everyone, if they ever did want to return, are you spandex ready? Because I am #spandex ready. That's all I got to say. I can fit spandex in a heartbeat, so I'm always staying spandex ready. That's the most important thing. We don't want to put someone in spandex that don't fit in spandex. I think everyone's spandex ready, to be honest. I just haven't seen everyone in a long time, so I can't speak for everyone.
All right. Now, moving on to the Power Rangers movie, which I personally loved, and I'm a fan since day one of Power Rangers. The one question that I have to ask, and it's because everyone's talking about it online right now, is the potential of a sequel to Power Rangers. They alluded to having Tommy Oliver in the sequel because they did the tease at the end in the credits. Obviously, success in China, Japan, and other countries was not very good. Do you feel that maybe a worldwide release instead of a strict U.S. release would have done better for the Power Rangers movie in regards to financial success? And that way we wouldn't have this talk about could there be a sequel or no sequel?
Man, let me tell you, I'm working on a new project with Valiant, and we're doing a television show with Valiant. And Sony picked up the rights to do Bloodshot movies and all these other movies. And I got to tell everyone, the movie industry is hard to compete with. I mean, we are a brand that's been around for 25 years. I thought the cast was phenomenal. I thought RJ killed it. I thought, the Elizabeth Banks and Cranston and everything about the movie I thought was legit. The only problem that I think, and this is the number one, look, the toys saved the movie, number one best-selling toys from the Power Ranger movie. But it's funny, I was just reading an article today based off online stuff because I'm only speaking from what I read. I can't speak for, the brand in general itself because there's not too much more I know than what you guys read. But my opinion, I thought they killed the movie. I thought everybody was picking it apart. We did 2 cameos. The only thing I would have changed is put me and Amy in the movie more. But I'm just saying, I'm a little biased to that. But it would have helped. But in any case, we did our job. I thought, the brand is strong. It's 20 years in the making. We have a huge name. But I think we have to understand that we are going against top movies that are out there, Beauty and the Beast. And, we got Transformers. I mean, there's just so much competition in this industry that I still read and feel the movie made the money back. It was $120 million movie.
$140 million was made after you brought in the international.
Right. So, look, I just got done reading this today. I don't know why, because no one really asked me, but just got done reading that. It wasn't a terrible loss, but maybe it wasn't the success that they were looking for. Maybe they spent too much money on it. I don't know. But the point was, I thought they did a good movie. I don't think it's going to affect Haim Saban at all in the future of what Power Rangers has to hold. I do know there's a lot of different entities. There's television entities. There's digital entities. There's movie entities. But all in one thing, the toys are selling number one. So the toys are definitely making up for the movie. I don't know. I mean, Japan has their own series over there. I don't know. I was just talking to my friend Paul in regard to the China market. I'm going to be doing some movies over there in China. And it's evidently a really big, huge market and a big success in movies in general. So I guess, if you don't do well in China, then people are going to be going like, whoa, what's going on with you here? So I didn't really understand the whole concept, and so I started digging and looking in. But I do know this. When we did our movie, it's comparison, for the money we made back then to the money it's made today, especially 20 years ago. We did good. We didn't do a mega box office hit like we did because the timing was a little too late. But we did overall great. The movie was made $15 million. I don't know what we brought in, $84 million, $85, whatever it was. It wasn't what we're bringing in today, but it also wasn't what we spent today into the movies. So the defense to the Power Ranger thing is just, we did great considering there's so many movies to choose from. But you're right. I mean, it's I know it's a global, international, recognized brand. I could not book a show in Japan or China just based off the success of Power Rangers, and maybe in certain parts of Asia they don't show Power Rangers, and then Japan has their own series. So I can't really answer that. But I do know one thing. Haim is very aggressive. Haim is smart. Haim is rich. And he will not have his ego hurt at all because his ego has not been hurt. And so I don't think it will deter them from doing their original plan. Although I do got to protect myself and say this. I don't know much about the Green Ranger. I know there's rumors out there that you see of girls and boys and all this other stuff. I don't know anything about the second movie. And I will be honest with you. I did not see the end of the movie because I was escorted out of the movie premiere because I had my phone in. So I didn't get a chance to see the rest of the movie because I was kind of escorted out of the movie theater for having a phone. But I will get a chance to see it. I do got the DVDs, Blu-rays. But I thought, as a fan, what did you think of the movie?
I love the movie. Like everything that you said about Elizabeth Banks, RJ, RJ especially, he stole the movie. And
oh, totally.
And I have it on Blu-ray just as well as you do, and I've watched it at least 3 times since I bought it on Blu-ray, and I'm actually looking for those Easter eggs now, that they always post up online.
Yeah.
I'm now looking for them, and I saw the movie in theaters twice. I got the exclusive little Power Rangers movie ticket. It's
nice.
And as a day one fan,
yeah,
it is the movie for me. And I'll be 31 in October. So
see, that's great.
That gives you a little perspective on things on that. And, I loved your cameo in there. I actually did watch the second cameo that did not make it into the film. So,
yeah.
But yeah.
Did they have any other exclusive stuff for me and Amy, like any behind the scenes? Because we were interviewed a lot.
Some of your interviews did get in there, and some of the behind the scenes stuff. So yes, some of your interviews are in there.
With long hair or short hair?
I think yours was with long hair.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I'll have to go back and look.
Me too.
So, but
Me
I think
too.
yours might have been with the long hair because it might have been when you did the first cameo film, that one.
Right. Was it the bonus track? Is it like bonus track? I'll just have to watch it. I got it here, but I could just fast forward right to the bonus track ones or something. Is that the?
Oh yeah, you can go right to special features. You don't have to go right to the movie. Yeah.
Cool.
But moving on, you mentioned you go to conventions all the time, and a big thing for you now lately has been convention safety. And I remember I was at your panel at AwesomeCon in Washington, D.C. Great show as always.
Thank you.
And the biggest thing that you said is that the number one thing you like to see people do is look busy. Like, really go for the bags, really do those pat-downs to make the people think twice about wanting to do something stupid. Would you like to elaborate more on that?
Yeah, I would, man. For people that might not know, I had an incident in Phoenix Comic-Con, a serious incident where individual came with a shotgun, 3 handguns, knives, ninja stars, pepper spray, fully body armor, everything to specifically come kill JDF, which is my 3 initials, which means that he must have been somewhat of a fan or stalking my page to call me JDF, because no one calls me JDF unless you know me personally on social media. I don't even call myself JDF. I call myself Jason, but the fans call me JDF. So an individual came in to specifically kill me. I know on the news they hide my name some of the times for privacy, but this is out there. There's going to trial next year. He's got an attorney on it, and obviously he pleaded not guilty. But my whole point of this, it feels, to be honest, it didn't impact people enough to make a change. That's the frustrating part. If this happened to a Shatner, or if this happened to a Stanley, or if this happened to a Norman Reedus, or if this happened to a bigger name, it would have made a bigger splash in the industry. And I'm not here to make a social media splash. In fact, when the detectives came to talk to me, they brought me in the back room and told me this is what happened. He came here to kill you. And I was just kind of like disbelief. I said, well, how come? He said, well, he stabbed you. He never stabbed me 15 years ago. He said, you're better off dead. You're bad for the brand. You don't like my character. All this random stuff. So I was still kind of like in shock. That didn't stop me from doing the Comic-Con, but it did put fire under Phoenix Comic-Con to mandate security a little bit better. All the actors, Sean from Once Upon a Time, I have a list of actors that are ready to sign a petition. Most people don't want to step out and do that. I do. I've gone to promoters before. I've said, hey, look, it's not. I want everyone to understand this is not about me. All right, I don't care. Come to my table. I'm gonna disarm you. This is in my head. My wife's like, well, you can't. People have got guns. To Tammy, in my head, this dude's gonna come up to my table. I'm gonna disarm him, and I'm gonna end up kicking his butt. That's what's gonna happen. That's just my confidence level. So it's not me I worry about. It's my employees. It's kids. It's everyone in the Comic-Con. He was there to kill me, and whoever got in his way, he was going to kill him, including the cops. So that struck a nerve to me, thinking I'm out here doing all these Comic-Cons year after year, and God really put it on my heart, man. Like, something is not right at these Comic-Cons. Something's going to happen at these Comic-Cons. For years I've been saying this. So when this happened to me, the next day I wasn't going to bring it in the media. They told me they weren't going to bring it in the media, but he went to court saying my name, JDF, J. State Frank, the Green Ranger. So then everybody picked it up. Team Z, everybody. I kind of wanted my name out of the media. So then I thought, okay, well, this is a good opportunity to make Comic-Con safer. It's just, I talked to Sean, and he's like, man, whatever you need, I'm behind you, all the other actors. And I said, guys, I feel like I'm fighting a fight that I can't fight here. And every interview I'm doing is a time capsule. Every on-camera interview I'm doing is a time capsule, because when something happens, God forbid, it's going to happen again because the security is not tight as I'd like it to be. It's going to go back to my interview. The media is going to come back to me and say, hey, Jason, what happened? You warned everybody. The only person that seems to care, is Ryan Cody from Channel 12 News that's covering Comic-Con safety all the time. I've got into it with promoters basically yelling at me saying, well, then don't do Comic-Cons. And my point is, what do you mean don't do Comic-Cons? I'm going to do Comic-Cons. it's not about me not doing Comic-Cons. It's about you being safe for the whole entire community and for the rest of, celebrities. Sometimes you saw in Tampa Bay, someone got arrested for stalking the celebrity. All right, so we're going to bring these people into Comic-Cons, and there's going to be people that are going to get in the way from him and their celebrity, and this can happen anywhere. Why not treat Comic-Cons like every other sporting event? Check bags, go through metal detectors, and I'll tell you why they don't want to do it. It takes too long. They're losing money. I've heard it. I've put myself on the front of this where, to the point where, honestly, some promoters might not want to book me because, I'm going to do a Comic-Con safety review, or I come with too much liability. Well, I'm going to tell everyone, promoters around the world, that no matter what show I'm at, fans, millions of fans are reporting back to me how safe your Comic-Con is. And it's not going to stop until we stop it at the door. It's not about, let's give JDF 2 cops. I don't want that stuff. The point is, it shouldn't have to be like that. It needs to be stopped at the door. And recent cons that I've been to, including big cons, I can't say their names, including big cons that I've had videos from people outside the convention saying, hi, my name is, I have no badge, I have nothing, I'm going to go back into the celebrity area and bypass all security. And they film the whole entire thing, and they bring it to me and say, watch this. How can we make Comic-Cons more safe? How are we going to take this Comic-Con world and take away, I'm not there to take away guns from people, man. I get so much like cosplayers, all because of you. It ain't because of me. It's because that individual come try to kill me. So it's like to the point where we have to like mandate something without taking the fun away. And it's a really hard, touchy subject for people because it comes down to one thing. Man, we're going to lose money. It's going to cost us money for security cards. It's going to cost us money for canine dogs. It's going to cost us money for metal detectors. And then it's going to delay people getting into our event. Therefore, we're going to lose ticket sales. Where's the thought process of, like my friend Jim at Albuquerque Comic-Con, hey, we're going to do whatever it takes. I'm not allowing these weapons. I'm going to do metal detectors. And that's what Wizard World's doing. Wizard World and Philly did it. So if Wizard World and Philly can do it, why can't other people do it? Why not make Comic-Con safe? Am I scared to walk around? Nope. I ain't scared to walk around nowhere. In fact, I'll stand at top of the tables, any con, unsecured, and I will shout and continue to be me. How's everybody doing? I will become a target for everyone. It doesn't matter about me. It matters about the Comic-Con people. We let our guards down, and when we let our guards down, we're not protecting ourselves. And unfortunately, we all let our guards down at Comic-Cons. How can you not feel safe with Captain America, Spider-Man, Power Rangers? We become kids again. So can we make this place a playground where it's a safe playground? That's all I'm trying to say. And it's not sinking in. So it's to the point where I don't want to have to give up. But dang, I'm tired of taking slack from it. And now I'm the one that's got to go to court. I'm the one that's got to deal with attempted murder charge. Everyone forgets about that. Everyone forgets that I have a family and I have people that care about me. And it's not just about me, it's about other people. I'm just trying to make it safe. So sometimes people are like, it's enough was enough. It's like, it's really not enough. When can enough be enough? You know what I mean? So we all just need to step up. And I've had promoters promise, and it's pathetic, man. It's sad. I go around the Comic-Cons. I get people coming in Comic-Cons. There's backdoor entries. It's just not secure. And I don't think it's ever going to be secure, to be honest, until something bad's going to happen. And then, just like the airport, and now we have to take our shoes off. Why do we take our shoes off now? Because someone had a bomb in their shoe. Okay, well, we should have took our shoes off a long time ago, so we could have invented this, avoid it. And that's all I'm trying to say. And it's a lonely battle, dude. It's a lonely battle when I have cosplayers and promoters saying, well, if you feel unsafe, then don't book a show. It ain't me. It's your con that's unsafe. What do you mean about me? I'm a black belt. Maybe might not be able to stop bullets, but I'm confident in myself. You know what I mean? Like, I am. I have no that dude would have came up and he would have been like, you're crazy. I would have been like, I am. Now hand over your guns. It wouldn't have been an issue. I just worry about other people's safety.
Right. And I know for AwesomeCon, being how we're in Washington, D.C. for that, I did talk to the head of the convention. He's a good friend of mine. And I was told, just having the canines there, that costed a pretty penny just to have the canine unit there. To have them outside the doors,
Yes.
sniffing
Yeah.
for like explosives and stuff like that. And I will put this out there. I remember going to a Washington Capitals game right after 9/11, like literally a week after 9/11, and going to the Verizon Center, you have metal detectors. I have to walk in, arms up,
Yeah.
walk through a metal detector. They have to do the scan up and down your body. So, for me, it's a norm.
You there? Yeah.
Yep. And for me, it's a norm. So I understand that. And I'm actually perfectly fine with that because, I'd rather be safe than sorry at a con. So
Yeah.
that's just me.
It's true, man. And it's Texas here, I have a open carry, which I don't carry. I mean, yeah, I post now because I want people to know, dude, don't mess with me, because if you mess with me, you're messing with Texas. Everybody's got guns here in Texas. And I know a lot of people that conceal have this perception and this conception in their head is, hey, man, I'm not going to open carry because I don't want this dude to know that I have a gun, so if he fires on me, I can kill him. My perspective is different. I'm sorry, man, but like all the concealed gun permit people are going to like go after me now. This is their theory. If you're saying if you have 20 people with guns and nobody can see those guns, it's going to make me feel as a robber coming from Los Angeles. This is an easy heist, man. This is easy. None of these guys got guns. Oh, wait, I forget I'm in Texas. So then now I draw my gun, and then I got 20 people on me like shooting me. I get it. I get their theory. But my theory is this. Oh, I'm from L.A. Oh, dude, why are all those 20 people carrying a gun on the side of their hip? I ain't robbing that place, dude. That's just nothing but a showdown. We're going to have a bullet showdown there. That's my understanding of making things look busy and having cops with guns, not undercover cops, because you don't want a guy going in there and then undercover cops shooting them. You don't want that. You want busy people. You want guns on the hips. You want cops. You want dogs. You want someone to come to that con going, uh-oh. Oh, dude, no way, dude, I'm not bringing the weapon in there. See, most of the cons don't have that. So when I say stay busy, stay busy. Man, the dogs are good. Washington, D.C. was great. You got cops walking around. It just makes criminals think twice. But now here's another thing. Are we dealing with criminals or are we dealing with people that have mental illnesses? People with mental illnesses will do anything that they want to do anyway. And in this case, with Matthew, maybe we're dealing with a little bit of a both. I feel sorry for the guy. I do pray for him. I know his Instagram stuff. I wonder why. How did he get dragged into this? Is it the underground Ranger world of hating this person, hating that person, is from what I'm hearing? Do we have an underground secret Pac and Biggie battles between which Ranger's better and which seasons are better? They're out there. Those underground battles are out there. And to me, that all needs to stop, because you're going to feed the wrong person that wrong information, where they're going to go after this dude because they don't like my character. They don't like the color. I took their girlfriend. It all needs to stop. But will it stop? Probably not. And that's the frustrating thing about the world. So all we can do is live and do what you do best. Get the message out. I can do what I do, but it does become an endless battle, man. Everything seems to be about me. Oh, social media, it's not about me, guys. Even with the CM Punk fight, everyone thought it was about me. It wasn't about me. It was about exactly what I wanted to do to get a fight like Gregor and Mayweather got the fight. The fans make that stuff happen, so fans can make things happen too. We need support from everyone, but the people that are all hurt about it are the people that I can't bring my prop gun in. It's all because of you, JDF. Well, it's not because of me. So I don't know. But if I was a promoter, I would look busy. I would have a couple dogs. Washington, D.C., the Awesome Con, it was awesome, and I hope I come back there. I told your friend I'd love to come back anytime. It was an amazing show for me, amazing people. And, it's not about feeling safe at these cons. It's about letting your guard down, and let's all be kids again, We don't want no one breaking into our playground. This is a playground for us, man. We don't want bullies in our playground. So let's stop the bullies coming in our playground. That's the bottom line.
Right. And then last question, it's more of a two-parter, but
Yep.
What future projects do you have coming up? I know one just got announced recently at San Diego Comic-Con. And
Yep.
what appearances do you have coming up as well? You just had one announced at San Diego Comic-Con as well for that one as well. So
Yep. Well, I have a pretty big project coming out next year that's on a non-disclosure agreement, but I think people are going to really be happy when that drops. That's already done, filmed, in the can, ready to be launched. And then, of course, the Transformers, the Hasbro Machinima Transformers. I'm playing a character named Emissary, which is the first time anyone's ever played that character before, voicing the character Emissary. And then with the Val universe, I know you all can't see, but I'm wearing my Bloodshot shirt now. I'm playing a character named Bloodshot for the digital series Ninjak versus the Val universe. It's creating a lot of buzz. It's creating, people wanting to do movies, and Sony's got the rights for the movies, and just a bunch of stuff. So that's going on. With Comic-Cons, I'm doing Minnesota Fan Fest, which is going to be awesome. That's in August, in mid-August, on the 19th to 20th. And then I'm going to Hawaii. Hawaii is on the end of August. It's going to be an amazing show. I haven't done a show in Hawaii, and the fan base is huge over there, so I'm doing that in Hawaii. And then, of course, Dragon Con's the big one, Rose City, which is Portland, and then Louisiana, which is not too far from my house. I'll be going to Louisiana. And then October is going to start with the bang, which we're going to New York Comic-Con, Puerto Rico. I'm coming out again to Puerto Rico to see all my fans in Puerto Rico. Santa Fe, which is Santa Fe, New Mexico show, and that's the show. Jim has a really great security plan on that, which I'm really looking forward to seeing that. And then Indonesia on the end of October, which will take us into Rhode Island, which is a very special con for me. That was last year I did that con. That was the last con I did before my mom passed away, so she was a big part of Rhode Island Comic-Con. That's coming up in November, and then I'll do a one-day show here in Austin in November for the Wizard World here at Texas, my good old home state, Texas here. And that's pretty much wrapping up the year. I do have some pickup shots I'm going to be filming for Bloodshot. Bloodshot will be announced. The whole plan will be announced hopefully at New York Comic-Con or towards the end of the year. I don't know much about that, but I do know we have everything, distribution, everything is going to be in place for that show. A lot of bidding wars going on because the project's just so awesome. Bat and Son did a fantastic job on that. And me and Aaron are working on a few other projects that are some original produced, Bat and the Son produced projects that will be sold to bigger networks and distributors. So we got a lot going on. I'm so surprised I know all that because I just studied my schedule. And we're going to post. I always post on social media. I tell people this on the end of every interview. What is Jason talking about? What's the point of this whole story? The point is always say I can. Always say I will. Never say I can't and I won't, because that won't get you nowhere in life. I say I can my whole entire life, and I say I will, and that's why I can. So those are very important to say. And also just be who you are, man, and be kind to people no matter who they are. Don't be kind to someone because they can get you somewhere in life. Be kind to someone because you're kind to someone, you know? And just like with you guys, I appreciate you guys putting this out everywhere. And I tell every interview outlet the same thing. I'll treat you all equal. I don't care if you have one follower. I don't care if you have 10 million. I don't care if you're ever going to post this. You're all treated equal because that's the type of person I am. And with that kind of attitude, things come back and you get blessed. And when I do shows, I count the blessings, man. That's what gets me through shows. And I appreciate my fans. And I tell them that the relationship doesn't end here. It's the beginning, because I'm pretty active on social media. It's Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube channel is JDFFFN. And then Facebook, why we still have it, is Jason David Frank official fan page. And it's pretty active. I stay aggressive on it, and I tell people that the relationship doesn't end here at cons. It's just the beginning. That's why I have a lot of people that always love to come back, because I love seeing my fans, and I try to remember every story. And I'm never tired of hearing, man, you're a hero of mine. And, you know, I grew up watching you, because if I got tired of hearing that, then I wouldn't be doing these shows, because these shows are just a hobby for me. And I love reaching out to fans. As you can see today, I set aside, I got my battery packed, but I set aside all day to do interviews with you guys, so you guys can spread the message and let the fans know that most actors expect fans to do. I'm different. I feel like actors feel like fans owe them. I feel like I owe the fans. I owe y'all for 25 years of watching me on TV and making Power Rangers what it is today. That's why I think I'm the brand ambassador. is because I truly do care about who I am and what I do. And there's many things that I'm going to be doing in life in my career. And I know I'll always be known as the Green Ranger, but I want to be more than that when I go. I want to leave a legacy behind that not Tommy leaves or Bloodshot or Power Transfer. I want to leave what JDF's things are. And JDF has made mistakes. We have been there. I'm not normal. If you're normal, then you need to just disconnect from this listening to this iPodcast. We're not normal, and that's what makes me connect with everyone else, is that we all have issues and we all have problems, and we're all getting through life one step at a time, and it ain't easy. Life is tough. You get knocked down, you stand back up. As long as you don't get knocked down and get knocked out and stay there, you'll be fine. So life is a tough life, but it's worth it on the end.
All right. With that, Jason, thank you so much. And as always, we are brought to you by DerpyCon, which is taking place at the Hyatt Regency Morristown in Morristown, New Jersey from November 17th to 19th. Come see special guests like David Yost, Walter Jones, Todd Habercorn, and so many more. For more information and to purchase tickets, visit derpycon.com today. And also, my other show, the Xperience Hockey Talk, is now on Patreon. Come join our exclusive community where we will be having exclusive episodes, Google Hangouts, and so much more. Go to patreon.com/TXHT_hockey for more information on that. And once again, Jason David Frank, thank you so much for coming on the Xperience, and I hope to have you on again soon. And until next time, we will see you on the flip side.